Tehillim.
Okay, sorry.
This is Tehillim 105. So it says here, at the end of 105, this is talking about our leaving the Mitzrayim. And God gave us the land of the Goyim, which is talking about how He gave us the land in the time of Joshua. Yerushu. And the work of the Goyim we inherited, like we got their houses and everything when we came into the first. This is in the time of Moses. Bavor yishmeru chukai v'torathai yinsaru hallelujah. That says for the sake that they should keep His commandments and His Torah. And that's the whole reason God is. So we see it's right in Tehillim.
I'm going to ask another question in a second, so you might not want this. Okay, so I just thought of another question though that you reminded me of. Yeah. So why do you work so closely with Palestinians?
Because we feel that the Palestinians, why we like the Palestinians so much? We feel the Palestinians were here 65 years ago, and you're not allowed to conquer the land. You're not allowed to live on the land, conquer it. So we feel bad for them, our cousins, our brothers. We feel that this should be under their rule. They have their appreciation to very religious people. They don't desecrate our graves. They respect all our festivals. They don't tell us not to keep, you know what I mean. They respect all of us. So we want to continue respecting them, and we feel that they.
But there have been a few cases of religious Jews, Neturei Karta, who were beaten up or in the West Bank.
When was this?
Not long ago I read in the newspaper, but the idea is that they just assume, because they don't know the difference between Neturei Karta and somebody else who's religious. They just see Jew and don't really get it, and so they blame for all their suffering. So doesn't that ever come into it? I mean, or when you, I guess I'm wondering, do you have conversations with Palestinians?
We have conversations with Palestinians. Okay. We're very friendly with the Palestinians. We're very friendly with Abu Mazen and with Ramallah and Muqatta, and we feel that we hope that Abu Mazen will be able to rule over the whole land, and the capital of Jerusalem will be the capital of Palestine will be Jerusalem. We want the whole of Jerusalem. The capital of Jerusalem should be, the capital of Palestine should be Jerusalem. Yeah.
Another question: do you guys go to Nablus to pray?
Yeah, we've been. Currently, we have been one time in the past. We've been to pray with the permission of the Palestinians, and they accepted us very nicely and warmly. Okay.
And there weren't any issues?
There was no issues.
Because I've heard from people who live there that they have a lot of resentment towards Jews because of they're put under segel, like they're have to stay in their houses and.
No, because the settlers come in. The settlers go into Nablus in the middle of the night, and they disturb them in private cars, and they decide, lots of private Mizrahi, they decide to go there in the middle of the night to pray at the Kaaba, and it disturbs the Palestinians. They keep on going back, even though they know it's not allowed, it's prohibited to go into the area over there without the army. They keep on going back and back. The Mizrahi keep on going back there all the time, and they feel they want to conquer the land forcefully. The mitzvah of Yishuv Eretz Yisrael is very strong for the settlers. It is a mitzvah. One of the 613 mitzvahs is to settle on the land. But now, amongst the Rishonim, it's an argument if it is today, if it has any bearing today, because Neturei Karta hold today that the best thing to do is actually to leave the land. Neturei Karta hold, because of all the Zionists here and wherever you go with Zionism, it's better off to just not to be on the land, not to be under the rule of the Zionists, and not to conquer, not to make that. And that's what that's what Neturei Karta hold, and that's why we have Neturei Karta in England and in the USA. There's Neturei Karta. There's a website of Neturei Karta in the USA.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah.
Now, when you're talking to Palestinians, do they also understand the idea of what it's written in the Tanakh about the Holy Land and how it's God's promised land? Do you talk about those things?
They know that the Jewish people they know that the Jewish people, the Holy Land should be for the Jewish people. But that is only when God decides.
But the question is, do you ever have conversations about how they interpret it, and under Islam, what do they think?
No,
that's
in the
what
Quran they bring. I'm sure they have it in the Quran, but they're the Muslim people are very respectable. They respect righteous Jewish righteous people. They're very respectable to Jewish righteous people, and they see if he's a righteous Jewish righteous man. They see it and they appreciate it, and they don't appreciate the secular Jewish person. They don't appreciate him. They see how he's not following the Bible, and he's not acting like a proper Jewish person.
who's God-fearing.
Somebody because the Jewish people are the chosen people. We're not just Jewish people. We are the chosen people, God's chosen people. We have to act like chosen people. We can't just act like, just making sins all day long, making sins.
So chosen for what? We explain what to someone who's watching this. What does that mean to somebody who doesn't understand?
Chosen is acting according to the book, being good people all the way, not doing any sins, not doing sins. There's nobody that can't do a sin. We all have to sin. But not doing sins all day long, doing sins. If it's not eating kosher and the woman doesn't dress properly and she doesn't go to the mikvah, she doesn't go once a month to the mikvah, and she doesn't. And they eat meat and milk together, and then they're eating pig, and they're driving on the Sabbath. They're desecrating every law of the Old Testament. They're desecrating every single law of the Old Testament.
Okay.
And they feel that with all that, they can still have some strength over the Holy Land. It doesn't work. Either you're holy and you're on the Holy Land, or you're not holy and you're off the Holy Land.
Side question, which has nothing to do with this.
It makes sense now, right? You're on the Holy Land.
I see your
If you're on
point.
the Holy Land, you have to act holy. If not, you get off the land. You understand? That's what it's all about. And instead of that, they're pushing the Arabs away. They think they won't be holy. They can even push them away, and you know what I mean, and act cruel to them, which is very upsetting to us.
Where do you get your electricity from?
We get electricity from the Israeli electricity.
Oh, you do? Oh, okay.
There's some people that don't use electricity.
Yeah, because I remember I always heard rumors of that you guys are on your own electricity grid.
There's some people that don't use electricity.
No, on the Sabbath.
So there are some.
No, yeah, on the Sabbath, we don't use the Israeli electric company, and most Bnei Brak, near Tel Aviv also, the whole of Bnei Brak doesn't use the Israeli electric company.
What do you mean they turn off their electricity on Shabbat?
They switch it off.
Yeah.
They switch it here.
They turn off the breaker.
No, they switch it over here to generator.
Oh, you have a generator for Shabbos things.
Why? Because the Israeli electric company works on Sabbath.
Yes.
So we don't want to have any hana. We don't want to have any enjoyment from someone that works on the Sabbath. So
Okay, so you get your water and you pay taxes, I assume.
pay taxes, full taxes, yeah.
Okay, so you are. I mean, you're connected in some way to the state in some way. Okay, because I remember hearing rumors that there was. You have your own generators, and there's no taxes, and there's...
We don't take... When we have a birth, when we have a childbirth,
Okay.
we don't use the health company.
Okay, what do you do?
We don't... we're not under the health... What?
So what do you do?
We pay cash.
Well, what do you do if, let's say, God forbid, something happens?
Yeah.
Where do you go? Where do you go to a doctor?
We go to the same hospital, but we pay cash. Instead of the government paying for our birth, the government healthcare company, we pay cash.
So why that is...
We don't have any enjoyment from them.
Well, see,
But why is it okay to take the electricity and not...
Electricity, some people... We have a person here, the guy you took a picture of him, he doesn't use electricity.
Okay.
He doesn't want to have any electricity.
Before it would have been anyways, it was Turkish and Arab electricity, and and then afterwards, they made it, but we have no choice. That's what they're not letting the Arabs make it, so we have to use theirs. So it's not like,
but then why not go to Kupat Cholim for your child? Or why not use it?
We don't want to use it because we don't have any benefit from them. We don't have any benefit from someone that doesn't keep the Torah.
As little as possible is making benefit.
Okay.
Because it's like a woman that's being raped. If she's being raped, she's honest. She can't do anything about it. But if she enjoys it, then she can't come back to her husband. So we feel ourselves in our situation being raped by the government, which they're doing. They're taking more money from us than they give us anyways. But we're not enjoying it. We're doing as much as we can not to enjoy it, and we'll be patur when the time comes for the onus for those that were marid the Malchus David, that decide that we're going to be the new Malchus David and make people secular. That we won't be patur. We'll be able to turn to Shem Malach.
People like Yair Lapid and Bennett, they basically just want to wreck and destroy the whole Jewish religion. They just want to turn all the people into secular people.
Bennett. But Bennett considers himself religious.
Oh, he's together with Yair
Lapid, yeah, he's very secular.
Very secular, and he wants to turn this whole country into a secular country, like America, like non-Jews. He pretends that we're not Jews. We don't have to. He pretends that we're not Jews. We don't have to act like Jews, and we don't have to follow the Bible, and we don't have to do anything. We don't have to do anything according to the Bible. According to him, the less you do according to the Bible, the better. The more, and he's not interested in the world to come or any punishment that says in the Bible. It doesn't interest him at all. All he wants to do is survival of the fittest. And he has this non-Jewish mentality of I work, I make money, and I'm entitled to do whatever I want in my spare time. No one can tell me. No one can force me to keep the Sabbath, or no one can force me to keep kosher. I'm a man of myself. I'm an atheist, or whatever, and I don't believe. I don't know where he believes. If he believes in God or not. He believes that man is. I don't know where if he believes in God or not. But he basically is acting like like as if he's not born Jewish, like as if he's born something else.
Okay, so what do you do? What about people like that? To your point, who just have no belief.
What?
They just have no belief in anything.
Yeah, that is from due to ignorance. Somebody who doesn't learn, then he becomes a non-believer. If you learn, you open the books and you read the books and you perform the mitzvahs, then you understand that you realize and you understand that there is a God, even though you can't see the God. But people that are atheists and people that are non-believers, is pure ignorance. He doesn't know. He doesn't learn, so he doesn't know. So he doesn't want to do it. So
what about people who were religious and then they became atheists?
Yeah, well, it's hard all every day to the Yetzer Hara. We call it the Yetzer Hara, which is the evil. He's every day he tries to break all of us and to bring us into. He tries to break all of us. Mm-hmm. Every day, it's a struggle for all of us. Everybody, it's a struggle for a man to act like a man, or like acting like an animal. People have to act like human beings. It's a struggle every day. And the more good deeds you do, the more good mitzvahs you do, the more good things, then that protects you, and that causes you to elevate you more and protect you. And the less good deeds you do, and the less you want to act like a human being and you want to act like an animal, then God stays away from you, and God, etc.
Okay. You have to assume there's a Jewish people. That's what we're told is the greatest proof of God. He's the Jewish people.
Okay.
How is there still Jewish people?
That's another question. I will ask along with it. Is there such thing as a Jewish people? Because there's some people who claim Judaism is a religion. That's it. There is no such thing as a Jewish people.
It's two things. God took us out to be His people. We're a people with a religion. The thing that unites us is our religion. Someone that leaves the religion, eventually he'll be able to assimilate, as we saw with the Reformists, and become Christians.
But is he still a Jew?
He's B'nai Israel. He doesn't have the title of Jew as one that doesn't bow to Avodah Zarah, as the Gemara says, but he's still from B'nai Israel. Okay. He's just a Jewish sinner. Now the Rambam said that many times, as I've seen examples myself, that someone that really is kofar in all the Torah anyways probably was that his grand-grandmother was raped by a goy, or he was from a convert that converted.
It's something like on a genetic level.
A genetic level, that there's a genetic problem there in the back. And I've seen some examples, like there's a Christian kibbutz called Yad Shmona. So there, I heard from someone, one of their great descendants told me that, and I was amazed when I heard this, that that he said that their great grandmother was, of all the main family there in this Christian kibbutz of Finnish Jews, was a convertist that just made a conversion, a secret conversion, like she remained a secret Christian through the conversion, and so they're all so it's an invalid conversion. They're all goyim in a sense, and so we see the words of the Rambam. If you look into it, you'll find out they're really goyim there, and there's lots of stories of this. The Otuish, Jesus was a bastard. His father was a Roman. And but in general, he's still from Bnei Israel. He's not considered a Jew, like a Yehudi. Yehudi, there's much as one, but he's still Bnei Israel.
Oh, so you do differentiate between, because I've heard other ultra-Orthodox who say no, Jew is a Jew, and even if you leave, and even if you practice another religion, you're still a Jew.
Well, they don't. It's the same thing, Bnei Israel, but it's not. It's like, how would I say that? It's like it's a good example would be okay, yeah, this good is like the state. Like the state says, someone that's here is an Israeli, yeah, but someone outside, he's a Jew, but he's not an Israeli.